So you want to start the gym, but you have absolutely no idea how to get started, what to do. Well, I'm going to share with you things that I think a newbie should be doing to boost their process.
I got you, homie.
If you're interested in that, then let's jump in the video. Right, so the number one thing that I recommend you to do is get a personal trainer. Not everyone would have the luxury to get a personal trainer right away, alright? So if you cannot get a personal trainer, I recommend that you get someone who has some experience. And I don't mean like someone who just got 2 weeks of experience in a gym, because you two would be in there doing some mad stuff like doing backflips with the bar or something like that. Nah, bro, we don't want that. What we want is someone with a few years of experience who have also had success in their journey, because what you don't want is someone who has been in there for like 10 years and they haven't moved anywhere. That shows that that person is not very competent at what they're doing. With this, you can have that person to teach you the proper form and all that good stuff. Maybe they can get you a training program, like a training split, what you can do weekly, because most likely if you're a newbie, I'm pretty sure you have no idea what you're going into the gym to do. So that would be number one for me. Try and get someone with experience. All right, and the second thing that I would do, well, this is for those who can't get a mentor. You can look at professionals on YouTube. That's what I personally did. I didn't have a mentor. I didn't have someone to coach me along the way, anything like that. But what you can actually do is look on YouTube to see what professionals are doing. There are loads of YouTube videos out there with YouTube professionals that actually have massive success in this industry. So just take a look at what they're doing, watch some of their videos of how they actually get to where they are now, and take their advice on what to do in a particular exercise, in a particular routine. At the end of the day, it just depends on what you want to achieve. Definitely, you can watch my videos as well. I've been working out now for 6-7 years, so it's been a while for me. But for me, my goal might not be your goal, because my goal is not necessarily to gain too much muscle and be big or whatever. My goal is just to have an athletic physique. So if that's what you're interested in, I recommend you doing CrossFit, because that's what I personally do. And you can see some of the workouts that I actually do. I'm going to leave you an example right here. The third thing I would do when I actually do get into the gym, don't worry about lifting heavy. Don't worry about hitting your max PR. What you want to do is focus on lightweight. You want to stick to a level where you can do 10 to 15 reps. And with this, you're not going too heavy and you're actually focusing on your form. If you're that type of person that wants to just ego lift or just smash out the weight with no proper form, you're not going to get anywhere far. I'm going to guarantee you that right now. So my number one top tip, form is absolutely important. Focus on your form. And that's where the mentor or the experienced person can come in, because when they see you doing something wrong, maybe like a tricep extension, with the tricep extension, for example, it's just an elbow extension and flexion, nothing else. You have to try and keep that upper arm nice and straight. And I see a lot of people doing stuff like this. Now, you're not going to get too far with that. So my fourth tip is going to be have a training routine. Have a weekly routine. Maybe you want to do a 3-day split, a 4-day split, a 5-day split. A good 4-day split is push, pull on the same day. So you do push and pull exercises on that same day. The next day you can be doing legs. You can do all round legs, so your calves, your quads, your hamstrings, all that good stuff, all right? And then the following day could be a rest day, and then you just repeat that process, all right? You should always try to hit each muscle group 2 to 3 times per week for maximum growth. Which leads me to my fifth point. Focus more on compound or multi-joint movements rather than isolated or single joint movements. Exercises that get more muscles and joints involved, like the squat, the bench press, the deadlift, all those exercises. You can do isolated exercises, nothing wrong with that. Isolated exercises are stuff like your tricep extension, your bicep curls, but me personally, I only use them at the end of the workout as my secondary aim. Primary aim is to get into the gym, focus on my compound movements. It doesn't even matter if I don't get to my secondary aim. Maybe I need to leave early or something like that because, you know, life happens. But the isolated movements are not so important because you can still build your biceps, you can still build your triceps if you do compound exercises. When you're doing bench press, you're hitting your chest, you're also hitting your triceps. When you're doing something like the barbell row, you're hitting your biceps and your lats as well. So your latissimus dorsi. It is always beneficial to focus on compound movements. This one is as important as your training. So I think you know what I'm going to mention, your diet. Guys, you absolutely cannot outtrain a bad diet. It is absolutely essential that you have a good diet with good protein and all that good stuff. Not too much processed food, because this will actually affect your journey. Health is wealth. And final tip, once you got all these things nailed down, your form, your training routine and all that, once you start progressing a little bit in the gym, what I want you to do now is progressively overload when you get in. Progressively overload. No matter what you do, you could be running, you could be doing CrossFit, you can be doing powerlifting. Whatever you do, make sure that the workout is just not the same. Right, so here's an example. Say that you're doing 20 kg of 10 reps on the bench press. The next week or the next 2 weeks, I'll be looking to add 1 or 2 kilograms onto my bench press, doing the same 10 reps but just with extra weight. And with this type of method, you can actually boost your muscle growth. Cool, so I'm gonna wrap it up there now. If you want to check out my ab challenge, my free ab challenge that I did for 2 weeks, check out my ab challenge here. If you want to check out my HIIT workout playlist, it'll be on this side there. I really hope you got something from this video. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe. If you have any questions as well, leave them in the comment section below and I'll get to them when I see them.